Welcome back to Let's Play Sword of the Stars in very late 2019. I'm the Fusilier. So I let a few turns pass and I came back. No, actually, this is a completely different game. I cranked it to like 350 stars, which is as big as it'll go. Look at the size of this map. Look at how many worlds there are. How many fucking systems. Completely insane. It's a 4-on-4. We got all the vanilla classes. We got the Hivers. We got the Tarkas. We got the Lear. We got the Humies. And we're fighting a mirror matchup team of our darker selves. And we basically cut the galaxy more or less in half. They're all normal modes, so they're not doing anything really impressive. But that's fine because we are reaching out. With basically just a hand, the slow wave, the march. Over the last 100 years, we have just sort of spread like a wave, and we're only now getting to our allies. We're going to reinforce our allies. We're going to make it completely impossible to attack any of our friends for any reason whatsoever. See, I talk big, but it's, I actually don't have... Well, they have cruisers and stuff. And we have destroyers and stuff, which is really not the way to be. I was hoping for a little more time to develop in the back line. We really haven't had a whole lot of actual battles.
We will follow this course, Majesty.
And we're about to have one. So, this is just another glimpse into a game I've been playing. Hivers are great for mining and stuff because you can just get them back there. Okay, it looks like we've already handled... Yeah, I already did that off screen because, of course, I'm playing this off screen.
Yes, Majesty.
We're into fusion era tech, which is good. It's good shit, pal.
The way is marked.
I like to keep...
Engines burn.
As the Hivers, your first thought about how to play the Hivers is, because you can teleport gate across the galaxy in one... Look at this fucking map. This is the game at its best in some ways because there are so many moving parts. It's going to be impossible to finish this ever. I got to constantly check whether my guys have reached the new place or not. We're working on it.
Yes, wings unfolded and secured, Majesty.
And every point you get is a new point they can teleport from to join up with our allies and just protect everybody. That's the plan. You know, humans are full offense. They're full speed. Zool are full offense. Hivers are full defense, pretty much. They're just cleaning up some things. We need better weapons technology bad. I'm doing that thing again where I don't research weapons. We're gonna build a new contingent of fleet units.
Construction project initiated.
It is badly tempting to auto-battle this, and I may get a better result than if I were to just resolve it. But I think we've got all our stuff here. Let's see, is there any other fleets I could pull for this particular... Every little bit is going to help in this one. Okay, first thing you think as a Hiver, it's going to be tough to finish my thoughts, but it's like, first thing you think as a Hiver is you just have one giant death fleet.
Majesty.
And you just move the death fleet wherever it's needed. Because, like, you see the enemy coming, as long as you have one turn,
We move now.
you can do it. I want to avoid the sack of Trantor if I can, and luckily, arcade capacity.
We will follow this course, Majesty.
Okay, as Hivers though, well, put it this way. If there's random encounters on and there's Von Neumanns, you have to defend every planet anyhow. So what I've done is build 4 or 5 ships at every developed planet, and because this galaxy is so big, there are lots of those. So what happens, what ends up happening, is you defend yourself against the Von Neumanns. Instead of defense satellites, which don't fucking do much, you just have sniper cannons, you shoot down the Von Neumanns, and then if someone does offend your space, you just converge like a swarm. That doesn't always work.
Yes, Majesty.
Because the Humies are so fast. I mean, if they get any faster than normal fusion engines, they will be here in 1 turn, which is always the bane of the Hivers, is having fast enemies. But I believe it is time to kill these guys. Yeah, game takes a while. Doesn't normally take this long. I am recording. Beta Aqua. Oh, there's a gate fleet that I sent there. We will not be needing their service. But it drew off a bunch of ships that would otherwise be coming at me. Okay, look. We have such an advantage in auto battle that we can just smush them.
System
I'm absolutely yeah.
We now know more about how to find my queen. Filled to capacity, brother. We must unload.
We must unload. Okay, we still lose lots of things. Although to be fair, we're losing these old ships whose only purpose is to die. So that's not too horrible. Inflicted damage, sniper cannon, It's mostly missiles. It's mostly our fusion warheads that are keeping them at bay. And to be fair, that sure worked on me. Oh, by the way, no point defense in this one either. I'm firmly convinced point defense is one of those things you should not be allowed to not roll. It's like if you just didn't get fusion. There's a couple things I need. I really need to get those mega freighters up. Like, I need to get those mega freighters. The fusion mines are... I always want to use them, but they're so... It's tough for me to get my brain into the right mindset. And the Hivers, that whole lay mines and run away thing, it's not really what the Hivers are best at. Although I will still at some point. When I see antimatter at 15 turns, that's usually my sign that I should fucking do it. But what I need is actual weapons systems.
We are honored
They're
to
just
receive
hammering us,
funds,
because then we can make
Majesty.
cruisers.
We will find the answer.
As it is, I'm just spamming destroyers, because we may as well. There's not really... You know, those 35 destroyers will cost us less to replace than the 15 human cruisers. Because each destroyer is worth about 3 cruisers, sort of in that weird wibbly calculation. Especially when we get magneto-ceramic armor, which is very neat.
There are shipyards here and obey.
How much are we... Oh yeah, Hivers are bad at research, but... It is worth noting our budget is well in excess of 2 million a turn. And we're just getting started. We don't even have mega freighters yet. We are just getting started. The war front is way too big to keep track of. I'm just like, have fun, guys. It feels like we're a little bit getting boxed into a corner. Because there's enemies confronting us at every quadrant. And of course, these guys aren't exactly expanding fast. But that's not our job. Our job as the Hivers is to defend.
We shall repair what is broken.
The children conquer once more.
This was actually a human world that I took It was a very small colony. Now it's mine. So I'm sort of building a front line against all these bad dudes and sort of putting destroyers where it's like, if they come in one turn, we will... You know, Jim, that sure looks like... Honestly, it looks like morons going off the node lines. Or... Okay, hang on. Can I draw a line? No, they don't appear to be... Can I make a straight line on their course? No. No, they're off the node lines. They're not good. Because there are super long-range nodes, and I expect to be fucked by that at least once. But it's like, whatevs. Thing is, now I need to rebuild guard fleets on all these other worlds. Because I need cover against the von Neumanns. Von Neumann. I could look it up, and I should. Okay, 71 ships is good. And I'm just fucking, I should just plant them there and build up more ships. Which is my plan. Like, let's see, how much to one turn? I just want it so that... Because, of course, the more you boost research, the more you go over budget.
Construction order,
Yeah, this is...
Majesty.
I've been pouring so much time into this. I mean, obviously I've gone to 100 turns on this.
Your shipyards hear and obey.
And, you know, should be maybe focusing on bigger stuff.
Yes, my queen. We will have the ships out in no time.
Higara. Nice. You'll find a lot of references, because of course they have to have 350 names, so... I mean, we just had a battle at Trantor. There's been a couple. I mean, we've seen Gallifrey and the Tarkas thing that I'm still doing. We're inflicting some hellish damage. And it's taking hellish damage to put these guys in their fucking place. Doesn't look like anywhere has arrived. Like, there's no gate fleets that have arrived places. Oh, hang on. Wait. It
We will
looks like...
halt the previous action. Yes, wings
Good
unbolted and secured, Majesty.
The scramble to build the gates leads to some weird things happening. Oh man. Okay.
As you command,
They can't stop us.
Majesty.
If they try to intercept us, we move faster than them. So it'll just be a goofy chase. Okay, so we got a gate there. And there's no rushing this series. There just isn't.
We move now.
Problem is, if they hit us with something serious, that destroyer routine ain't gonna hold up. But they are normal AI, so... I mean, the humans push more than the Hivers. The Hivers, I never witnessed in that big game with 7 Hivers and me as the humans, I never witnessed them to push, like really push, a single time ever. None of them. None of the 7. Not my allies, not my enemies.
Instruction project initiated.
It was pretty wild. Yeah, I need them freighters. I really need them freighters. Maybe I'll pause for the turns, because it's just like the battles. It gets a little brutal. And we see a whole lot of these. We got the FTL broadband, of course.
System updates.
Research successfully completed. Filled to capacity, brother. We must unload.
Unload. I enjoy
Yes,
that voice
my
acting.
queen.
Okay.
We begin research.
I want to set up these, like the holes and like components you can only
We are
build.
honored to receive funds, Majesty. We will find the answer.
As you command, Majesty. We move now.
Okay, we can unload these at the capital, presumably to give it more resources.
We yield our prize to this hive.
I don't know how good that'll be, because I've never really done the mining thing. It's like these rocks are completely uninhabitable. They might become inhabitable one day, but eh.
Yes, Majesty.
At least these ones are easy to spot.
The way is marked. Engines burn.
And we haven't even colonized everywhere we could. Okay. Oh, hey, a new one. It's tough because
Yes, wings on
the game doesn't always notify you.
Majesty.
When it's already a system that that's explored, you don't get the newly explored report. You know, it can be really easy to miss this shit in this kind of situation. 10 standoff here for no reason. Actually, this is a nexus of all four of their alliances right here. In this little gulf of space right here. There's enemies close. Those hostile Lear are gonna get really scary. Because you give them time to grow, and they will. So close. I didn't see any sort of walk the frontier and be like, alright, does anybody... Damn it. Then you have shit like this happening. Luckily not a really big deal. But then there's a new... The thing about the gates that sort of maddens me is... Okay, these guys are going here. They're about to build a gate in 3 turns. By which point they're not going to be here. So if I send a ship from the homeworld at the new gate, it'll be ahead of these guys that have been burning for like 5-10 turns through for the darkness of space. So there's a real art that I'm discovering that I don't know to the... It really seems like we don't have half the galaxy. Although it's tough to say. And we certainly have a chunk. We have chunks. Okay, heavy combat lasers. What are we connecting to here? Oh, it's connecting from. Okay. Forgot what I was gonna do. I was scared that this is gonna... The AI is letting the Hive beat their asses, which is unfortunate. Yeah, you just get a whole lot of scout reports.
System updates.
We have made a breakthrough, my queen.
Ooh.
Delivery complete. All ore is delivered.
I tell you what, guys, that sure looks to me like a whole pack of... That looks like a lot of...
We have brought a gift of our majesty.
Man. Some of these are just out of our habitable zone, so it's like, you know, the long term, maybe we should keep them there. But what is long term? What is a man? That's tempting. Again, Sword of the Stars is really good at just making you pick between a ton of choices and figuring out what's going to be best. Like that antimatter is very tempting, but we should have ships that are capable of doing anything first. It's good to know we can upgrade these things, but let's get the basic versions first of all these things.
Yes, my queen.
Then we'll work on
we begin
cruisers.
research.
I want Trantor. This is Trantor 2.
Yes, wings unfolded
I know what the
and
original
secured,
was.
Majesty.
But that's okay. We could make new stuff now that we have Assault and Battle Bridge and... Oh, the Hivers have so much cool stuff that I won't even be able to get into. Like Ram Scoop that just means you don't have to refuel ever. So you can just send... What I should do is send a bunch of scouts like into the depths of space. So that we can scan their whole empire and they can't do anything about it. Although, what would happen then is that the Lear would intercept me easily because they have an advantage in open space. And we have a disadvantage. God, there's all this cool stuff. Blazer. 3. Hang on. 3. Oh no, 2. I don't know. Just 2 and then... I guess the Battle Bridge gets another... I love that they're just giant cannon. Like, there's this insectoid thing with all these bits that it's like, what are these for? That's weird. What does barrage do? Barrage means 3 torpedo mounts. And of course, lots of missiles. That may be my move. And magnoceramic. So let's see. Assault, barrage, magnoceramics. The emitters are basically ghetto point defense that also function as, like, if we do run into a destroyer, this will fucking kill them. And I don't really have much of anything better to put on the ship. The only other choice is sniper cannons. Yeah, emitters are just kind of our standard line. They work better as ghetto point defense than lasers. Lasers, until you get to like ultraviolet or X-ray, they don't work that well.
Yes, Majesty. Ship design ready for construction.
I really don't know about the blazer. Well, we can try, certainly. Blazer, fusion, yeah.
Design entered into naval archives.
Blazer. Still don't have cannons, which is sad. I think cannons might be nice on this. Strike Force CNC. Yeah, we don't have much else to put on here. But, I'm being called to lunch, and that might be it for this. This is a tiny glimpse of, like, it's been 130 something, 122 turns. It's gonna be many more. It's just such a relaxing, like, pick up, play a couple turns, put it down. There's no pressure for me to show every second. There's no pressure for me to... Like, it's weird because I'm having so much fun doing the minutia. Like Aurora 4X, like the spreadsheet management is like, there's a very specific type of that that I find very soothing and calming. So that's checking in from this Hiver Hive. We're working on eventually getting our gates over the entire fucking universe, even though that's going to take, I'd say, another 100 turns, perhaps. We're gonna get Farcasters, we're gonna get Animat. I don't know, we're gonna work up some surprises for the Humies, I think. It's gonna be up to us to push out, because the normal AI will not do it. Although hopefully me completely securing them and making sure they can never be attacked will help. That's the hope, anywho. So thanks for watching, guys. Might check in with some status reports on this one later, because it is certainly, like that last one with the 16 systems, I pretty much just abandoned because it's bullshit. But as you can see, the lesson is Hivers benefit from longer distances more than other races. and they are harmed by shorter distances more. It seems a little counterproductive since we're so slow, but the teleport gates mean that the distance from here to here, I mean, human ships can go like 15 a turn in late game. My ships can go 62 a turn. Or, theoretically, war gates to be constructed, 170 in a turn. When you're a Hiver, the trail that you guys blaze could be walked by trillions, and your effort to walk there is like giving that journey to everyone. It's very poetic in a way.